today I'm going to show you how we onboard a client at Passion. Sorry about my headphones hanging off my head here, but yeah, because I think it's one of the most important parts and I know a few people kind of want to know what it involves. So yeah, I will show you that today. So I just finished my session in Transfit Grind this morning. Get me up and start my day into a bit of a positive mindset. I didn't sleep the best last night because I was trying to build landing pages and stuff at like fucking 1 a.m. Because I'm the worst at picking up a camera. But like when we started years ago, I started like vlogging before it was even a business, and I was filming myself making a cup of tea and a cup of coffee, and like who's bothered about that now that we're all working in this space? No one's filming themselves, which is mad.
They do all the scripting because it's kind of specific to them. Although the content's quite similar, like the context of it is very different compared to like, so I might work with like a business coach that coaches coaches, or like a new coach. So like the content does change, but like the principle stays the same.
I'm gonna put it on board later, don't worry.
For this week or?
Just whenever really, it's gonna be more social templates. I'm gonna start putting like more quotes on high street
Oh, that mean Adam for the Devesh has moved to. Does it say what that means? Are you in?
I wasn't in, but sorry.
Yeah, that's meant to be the Friday, we moved to the Thursday. Obviously it'll only really, if they're trying to get all the practice managers there, so I'm thinking if Nat's there from bank, it's a good opportunity to show that, it's probably worth it.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm not over.
So we've got Food HR coming in today. We're going to meet before that, aren't we, to kind of tidy that up. I know you kind of looked at that contract and stuff the other day, didn't you? We'll go through this anyway.
Yeah.
We just need to tidy that up and all that applies to this. I'm potentially going to pop out tonight and get some photos of the IMU workshop adult classes, because we haven't got that yet. The next Q&A is booked in for that, with that James Nelson Joyce, and I think that might be it's either this Saturday or the Saturday after. Edit the content, right?
To create the videos.
Arguably it would be more, but we're thinking behind this is for the hour that we put in to create the brief.
Yeah.
We'll bring that edit time down drastically.
You know, if we manage to get all the planning done at the very beginning, so it doesn't need to be done again, and it manages to take you less than 2 hours a month to do this, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
But obviously, if it takes more, that's fine. We have got a margin there. But it helps, you know, if you find that you are struggling to do it in that time, then it's like, okay, how long does it need? And we can figure out then with it, you know, how much time to allocate and make sure we're still profitable. What would we like to be doing? Is it upselling them?
Yeah, I'd love to be, because I've told them pretty much that this content's only going to go so far organically. You know, it could boom, like, you know, like Cam has that thing where he's constantly driving. She's not as active on her socials as someone like Cam. I could ask for a report each month, say can you export your insights or something, but we'd have to make sure that's in place in the diary to follow through with that, but also use that data for something.
Yeah, or if they would give it us.
I could ask, yeah.
But I couldn't have went to the high school with Tennessee Calais. But my friends went to that high school instead, and like they were like, oh yeah, I have gym class with them. I'm like, oh, okay.
Because one of the prospects that took us to breakfast a couple of weeks ago was like, oh, you know, the HR manager sat there on 80 grand doing nothing. And I thought, that's in his head. He works for a big corporate and he's thinking, that's how much money.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not bringing a HR manager in.
It's not too dissimilar to what we like deal with as well in marketing. Like the marketing's the costly thing. Like, well, it's firefighting again. You know, I'll just bring marketing when I need it. But it's the first thing to go when but it's like, you know, you have to have this before it's too late kind of thing. You've got to always have a steady flow of that. Same with HR. You don't want to get caught out with anything.
Yeah. It's more expensive to not have it.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, kind of, that's the whole message we need to put out, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that meeting went quite well, to be honest with you. I think it's definitely worth having those onboarding kind of kick-off sessions, something that I've never really done before, but something that Caroline wanted to push quite quickly, which actually made quite a bit of impact straight away. We managed to get like 3 months mapped out rather than what I'd normally do is sort of say, here's this date and we'll get that done, we'll see how it goes, and then we'll book the next thing in, and then we'll do the next thing, which can be quite reactive. Whereas we're trying to reframe a little bit now to be like as proactive as we can. So let's get the first 3 mapped out, and then we can plan all the content that we've just been talking about there, which is months and months and months worth. And it gives us that headroom to think about other sides of the market and other sides of the business as well. So it was really beneficial, to be honest. I enjoyed it. I would like to do that a little bit more with some of the clients. I think it gives us the space to just get aligned on everything. It's like, you run the risk of kind of too many cooks in the kitchen and too many people having their opinion and not knowing really where you're going. One person's pulling in one direction, whereas if you're all around the table for an hour, 2 hours, whatever that may be, you can kind of all get on the same page and then get everything agreed, so that when anything does go across, we can say, well, this is what we discussed and this is how we're presenting it. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it's got good potential, and I feel like I get on with this client quite a bit. I get on with all the clients, but I think there's a lot of room to kind of grow this relationship, and we'll both probably get some good stuff out of it, to be honest.
Got a tea there, that would be.
What was the tea?
Why are you both doing that? What weirdo?
You know what, I don't know whether I'd cut anything out of it. Like, it actually kept me watching. I think you just need to tidy up. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously once the audio's like corrected and stuff, and like maybe when people are on screen.
I was thinking having like an Apex.
Yeah, like just stuff like that.
A bit weird, like I think I say like, and here's Cam. I was thinking like a stop motion.
Yeah, something like that would be good. Just obviously because we've got the context of who these people are, but someone else watching might not. If you were doing like a proper documentary of this, it'd be really good to like cut and you give context to some of this stuff.
I think that's what I mean. So that's in my head. I was like, I need to tie it together with like a bit, but it's like, right, okay, blah blah blah. Then is that too much talking? Because I'm talking a lot.
Yeah, possibly. I think it works as like a good vlog. So I've just left the office now. It's 8 PM, and me and Reece just had a bit of a bigger debrief kind of thing, and we were talking about the day and sort of situations and staffing and all that kind of stuff, and we were talking about, like, you know, kind of how it's grown so quickly, but where wheels may have fallen off in certain places and where we've had strengths and weaknesses. And it's mad. It's like, because you're so busy, you just don't see it sometimes, like, because you just go, well, what happened there? And it's like someone just kind of fucking spun you around and hit you on the head and sent you out somewhere. But part of this, I suppose, as well with the filming is like, I'm like, this is how little reported ahead. Now it's me ways, but like, this is how little I do this kind of thing, in that I haven't even got a stand to film content. I'm balancing this on my steering wheel, and I want to start showing like what it actually is that goes on day to day, because I don't believe people would actually know the amount of stuff that we do day to day. And it goes back to when we used to film content probably 8 years ago, something like that, when we started the vlogs and stuff. I used to film myself making cups of tea and film myself going for runs, and I had nothing to talk about, but I used to have to force myself to talk about it. And now that I've got things to talk about, I struggle more, which is just bizarre. And I always think to myself, like someone said the other day, they were like, why only film it? Because if someone either who's going through the same thing now in business can take a bit of value from it, or someone who maybe is a little bit behind where I am right now, maybe they can take value from it and learn from it. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's actually great. That gives me a little bit of purpose to actually put something out, because there will be things that we've done. I wonder whether you can actually see me better with that. Not really. Oh yeah, you can. There will be actually things that we've done in the past where people will go, like, they'll be going through the same thing. So yeah, I am going to try and make a point of filming some of this stuff a lot more if I can. You need to do it. You need to be in that space to do it, to show people. And I also kind of want to show people as well. There's definitely people who I know who follow me on our Instagram and stuff, who don't know what we do day to day, or they still think that we're just the content people. We just do content, me and Reece, and it's like, no, it's so much more than that now. Like, we literally take people's businesses and evolve them and we have done, like our business has evolved, and you know, we've kind of got the stuff to prove it now as well. I'm made up with this little fucking thing I've got going on here, this little stand. It's kind of balanced behind my steering wheel, and I've got the key light there on me as well. Who needs a phone stand? Yeah, this is me saying I'm gonna keep myself on that, and I know Reese is as well. So check back in with me to make sure that I am actually doing this